Meet David. David has been said to be an odd individual. David has always thought that a porcupine is what he was supposed to be instead of a human. David's queer, but the old definition of queer. When David goes to the bathroom, he goes sitting and facing the toilet, with his chin resting on top. David has a collection of the Four of Heart cards from over 8,000 different decks of playing cards. David has proudly glued each to his bedroom walls. Meet David's parents. They don't want to comment on their son's character. They blame the schools and the internet. They too think David is strange. David is weird. David has many hobbies. David is the regional champ for cup stacking in his age group. David also likes to buy fabric and pretend that he's going to make something out of it. David also enjoys Sudoku. Naked. Every day. Even on Christmas when the relatives and the grandparents are over. As you probably have guessed, David is not the most liked guy in school. David doesn't mind. Some of David's nicknames include Idiot, Hey You, and Moist Lips, just to name a few. Though I'm not sure how the last one came about. David usually just pretends that the people who are making fun of him are constantly wetting their pants every day, so it doesn't feel as bad when they call him names like Bach's mentally challenged cousin Lenny, or David the Gay Hedgehog. It always bothered David that they call him a hedgehog instead of a porcupine. David occasionally would try to explain this to them, but it never worked. David has many more hobbies. David likes to draw weather maps, and David is also one of the main actors of his town's annual reenactment of Flapper Girls, Times of the 1920s. People are only mildly disgusted by this. Meet Mike. Mike is known as the overly nice kid at school. Mike is this way because he was homeschooled all his life before going to high school, and we all know that homeschool kids, no matter what their parents say, are just different. Anyway, Mike would sit down next to David every day at lunch and listen to his stories.
Did I tell you that time where I drank 3 bottles of liquid paper and had it coming out of all my openings and almost died that one time?
Yes.
Oh, then I got nothing to say. See you, Mikey Fikey.
Don't call me that.
Mike tries not to believe David's stories, but David always brings pictures to prove them. David's somewhat psycho. The last known hobby of David is to take his allowance and ride the bus for hours at a time, just so he can talk to the local homeless, and local alcoholics, local prostitutes, local flashers, local perverts, local accountants, and local elderly. Please don't be like David. Stay away from David. Far away. And if he ever tries to babysit your kids, no one in town would have any problems with you hitting him in the back of the head with a shovel and burying him in your backyard. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. There's all sorts of laws these days.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is